And hello and what is up, friends? Today we are going to be starting a complete new grow inside of a 4x4. The light for this season, it's definitely a new one for me and I have not used it ever before. I was wondering what the gloves were for, but you guys will see here in a second. Like I mentioned, this light I haven't used before, so I'm very intrigued to see what kind of results I could get out of it. Now this light does come with a pretty beefy power cord, which is, I think it's either 8 or 10 foot long. Definitely didn't cheap out on the cord length. And now it does have the ability to be daisy chained together, so you could run multiple lights at the same time as well. This light was designed to be used in a 4x4 tent, and since I don't have a 3x3 and my 2x2 it's already occupied, this 4x4 would be perfect since the last 450 watt light that I used gave me great results, but I only used it in a 2x2 tent. I've always wanted to see what a 440 watts, which is this one that we're going to be growing with this season, is. I always wonder what kind of yields I could get out of that wattage inside of a 4x4 space. Now, one thing that I did notice about this light was the quality of the aluminum used from the very start. When using a passively cooled light or a light that has no fans in it in order to cool it down, you definitely don't want to take any shortcuts when it comes to the quality of aluminum that you're going to be using to cool down your light. Now, I did search all through the top of the light just to see if I could find any scratches or anything that was just misaligned by a little bit, but I couldn't really find anything at all. And then when I turned it onto the face, I spent a couple of minutes just looking at the boards and looking at the diodes to make sure everything was as it's supposed to. Usually you would find little hairs that get trapped in the whiteboard and in between, and when they get laminated over, you usually find at least a little black dot on the whiteboards, or at least close to the diodes you might find maybe a little black speck of dust or lint. But I have looked this light completely through and was not able to find anything. I'm looking closely to see if I could find, like I said, anything at all, any little black speck that got laminated over, or any diodes that were slightly crooked, or anything that might have been just a little bit off. And I couldn't find anything, which is rare. I at least find something, but whoever's doing the quality control on these lights definitely needs a raise. Even the Phillips head screws that are holding the lens to the light, all of them are facing in the same direction. And I only pay attention to that because when I was doing electrical, my bosses and the people that taught me, they kind of set that standard. But okay, friends, let's get this light hung up and finish setting up our 4x4 so that we can get some plants and you guys can see the genetics that are going to be growing underneath this light for this season. Now, there are a couple of things that sets this light apart from other lights that I'm used to growing with. And one of the things, I guess, would be the cover or the lens that sits on top of the diodes. And if I had to take a guess, it would be so that it would give the diode a much wider beam. This way, the flower that is not directly underneath the light could still be able to receive a better PPFD than other diodes with a much narrow beam. The other thing that I'm not really used to is being able to control the veg and the bloom spectrums. Now, this OptiGrow X480 is a 440 watt light when both the veg and bloom spectrums are turned up to 100%. However, I will be following their recommendations since we're putting some vegetative plants underneath this light, and I will have the veg channel turn up to 60% and the bloom up to 40%. As for the light distance, I am starting at 28 inches away from the plants, and I'll slowly work my way down to 20 inches. For this run, I am using a 6-inch oscillating fan, And I'm also going to be using a 6-inch inline fan to either exhaust air or bring fresh air inside of the tent depending on the weather and the conditions. I will be using CO2 for this run, and I am going to be using self-watering or self-wicking pots, since the plants that we're bringing in here are not in their final fabric pot, and I do have them in a 1-gallon plastic pot. I am gonna set them on top of saucers first until they're ready to get transplanted onto the 3-gallon or 5-gallon pots. I haven't decided yet. And when it comes to genetics, I do have 2 different strains, and just like the last grow, I am running the Trico Jordan and the Chimera, both by Believe Genetics. And the results we got last time, well, you have to see them for yourself, and they speak for themselves as well. Except this time we are going to be running CO2, and I am expecting a little bit more out of the Chimera. Now, these plants came out of the cloner about 4 to 5 days ago, and they are getting their second dose of a little bit of super cropping, and we've topped already, so we're not going to do that again for quite a while. Just with a little bit of training each, and I'll say every other day, it'll definitely take us where we need to go and give us the plant structure that we're looking for in order for us to get a nice yield out of this tent. Now, these plants have just started to get fed, so I can see them. They are a little bit hungry and not up to our standards per se, but give me about 3 to 4 more days and these plants here are going to look perfect. And in just about 5 to 7 days, they're going to be ready to transplant out of here. So you definitely want to hit that subscribe button, because you're not going to want to miss what these girls look like in just 7 more days. Let's get them ready to blow up this tent and get the yields we want, and also the quality we want out of this grow. But okay, friends, I'm not going to take any more of your time because I want you to watch the rest of my videos. So until next time, this is Grass in Class signing out. Peace.